Hello everyone and welcome to Radical Rewind Flashback 90X Episode 2. I know it's been a long time coming, but here it is. So, first things first, we're going to go ahead and update the design of the console. The reason being is because of the fact that I realized that the console itself doesn't really need a expansion bay right here. Because the console itself, so here's the thing about the processors. They are technically 3 different system-on-a-chips, like SoCs, you know. If you're unaware of what that is, think about how Meta has the Meta Quest 2 and stuff, how those have their own proprietary things, so... yeah, it's literally just that. So the thing about the processors is that because they are technically considered system on a chip, they have their own internal storage. Also, sorry for the absence. I've been thinking about what stream I want to do next, and I finally figured it out, so that's good. Yeah. So before we actually get to the CDX add-on, we're going to go ahead and spruce up the design of this. Because, you know, it'll be easy. Yeah. So all we gotta do is just, yeah. So what we're gonna do is, well, it's, you know, I'm not really sure. Because the thing is, I already know what I want to do, but the problem is that it involves replacing the cartridge. So I'm gonna have to, yeah. But the reason being is because of the fact that I have a much better cartridge design that is more akin to the Super Nintendo, because that console, the cartridges were a lot more boxy in comparison to the cartridges that were kind of the inspiration for the 64X. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete that, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna So we're going to go ahead and redo all of this because of the fact that I've thought of a better idea for how I want it to be designed. And it's not going to be as complex as this. But it's going to be complex enough that it'll get the point across that, hey, this is what it does, and yeah. And yeah. Anyway. Oh. Alright, so, what I'm gonna do is, oh, what the, actually, you know what? No, those square things right here, those do need to stay. Because, I was gonna redesign this part alongside the cartridge slot. And the cartridge slot itself is gonna be, well, yeah, you'll see. But I assure you, it's not gonna be, you know, it's not going to be something ultra complex like I originally planned, but it will at least have somewhat of a shape that would get the point across that, hey, there we go. Okay, now then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this in. color this in. 'Cause, probably wondering, well, why did I put the 4x6 there? Well, this is why. I noticed that if you look at that, it's nestled right there. That would be perfect. So, yeah. So that's going to be where the cartridge slot's going to be. Now, the hard part is what the cartridge design is going to be. Because you have these, which can kind of get the job done. Actually, yeah, there we go. Okay, now hear me out on this. Okay, so idea time. And the idea is really freaking simple. We're not going to have the walls, because there's already walls here. And, I mean, kind of. Okay. No. Okay. Game plan. This is our game plan, folks. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. We got... Actually, yeah, we do need to put walls. And... I think you'll like the design. It's not going to be overly complex. Oops. I say as I oh so graciously mess up the design a little bit. But you see what I mean. So here's the idea. Got 4 of those. And you're probably wondering, well, wait, why 4? Why is it not level with the thing? The reason being, and I just came up with this idea, like just now, I can use these slopes as a sort of like guiding thing where, okay, so hear me out on this, alright? So how these would work is, say this was a real life console, which it's not, but say it was, and someone was looking away at something, but you know, their hand is still holding the cartridge in a way that would be like close to the cartridge's slot in a way where it's like you could still put it in without looking. Oh, hold on. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so how this will work is you have these little slopes right here, and what it does is, say the person is trying to put in the cartridge, but they haven't gotten it properly aligned yet. What'll happen in this case is that it will essentially guide the cartridge inside into the slot. And what that will do is it'll allow the user to, well, yeah, you know. Now, what I'm going to do for the cartridge design in this case is going to be pretty simplistic, but it's going to have something that's a little bit of my magic work. Probably wondering, well, what the fuck does that mean? Well, you know, it's called magic for a reason. It's not magic, it's my magic. As in, it's not really magic, it's just, it's a technique. And it's a technique that is, you know, a smart idea. And what it is that it's gonna be a, can't think, okay, so it's gonna be these, for the most part. But then what's gonna happen is, as it gets to the middle section, like pretty close to the middle section, it's gonna have like differently colored bricks, or, you know, plates that are arranged to resemble a shape. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow me to essentially make my own artwork of the cartridge, or not of, on. So it's not gonna look one-to-one with a real-life console, but it's gonna look close enough. Anyway, so we have this stuff right here, and all this other stuff, and yada yada yada. I'm gonna do here is plate modified. Now that right there, come to the realization that I could use this specific brick here. And the reason why, oops, never mind. Okay. First need to, it is a 4x8. Right here. Okay, now we can use it. That's the power supply, by the way. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this, and this will serve as the yeah. Okay. Alright. This is the problem with me. I can't think right now. It's not that anything bad happened at all. That's not it. It's just, part of me is just thinking about, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things where you just can't think whatsoever, even despite you trying your best to do so. Anyway, okay. Okay. Now then. Oh, that's what it is. What? Okay. Didn't mean to delete that. Oh well. Oh well. That's what happens when you're too focused. Wait. Yeah, that's by 8. Okay. How about we don't do that? I don't know why that somehow landed over there. Anyway. Okay. Come on. Come on. There. That's what I was trying to do. So now to reapply this. Then that. Now to recolor this black. This dark gray, dark gray. Okay. Now we're all good. For the most part. Okay. So, you're probably wondering, okay, well what the hell was that about? Well, you know. That was me just trying to figure out something and being a total dumbass. Because, you see, what I was trying to do is, I was trying to make sure that I deleted the piece that was holding these things up. Because of the fact that, you know, yeah. So all I need to do is just delete those. You're probably wondering, wait, why are you deleting all those? Well, if you must know, I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, now we got it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move these. Okay. So we are almost done with the top part of the console. Again, except for one thing. And that is the fact that, for one, you're probably wondering, well, wait, why did you have to leave the seat for a moment? I had to get my dinner, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll come back with another stream after I'm done eating, and that'll be the part 2 to the stream. I know I said in the first stream that there was going to be a part 2. I ended up deciding, you know what, I'm just going to make this a separate episode, and that'll be it. So, yeah. Anyway, stay tuned after I'm done eating, because then I will start